What's good, y'all? This is the real A10, aka RGB Fox. Sorry if it sounded weird, I was adjusting my mic. But yeah, I am going to upload some modern. People have definitely seen me play Hat on this channel, but I've been busy the last couple of months, holidays and stuff like that. A lot of changes in my life. But that being said, one thing that hasn't changed is my love for Yu-Gi-Oh! And so we are going to go ahead and explore this match here. As you can see, I'm just 100 rated. I just decided to start recently, and by recently I mean today. So I'm gonna track my progress, see if I can go up or down the ladder, right? I think the biggest thing that I need to ensure is that I can't just play against, some of the better players that may be available in my locals. I also have to play online and play against some randoms that may be playing or may not be playing meta decks, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And to start, we're going to go ahead and showcase this match that I had with X Shanton. We'll see what they're playing here. They end up winning the rock, paper, scissors, and we're going to take a look at their hand really quick. So we're going to show both hands here. For this match, I decided to start with something fun, it's low ladder, might as well. So I have Fiendsmith, Yall, Voiceless voice. Not the best deck by all means, but it's something that I just wanted to play because I was like, if I draw all three engines, I'm in there. And in this case, I was. I mean, it's a lot of engine. And my opponent, off the bat, you don't know what he could be playing. I mean, you see Larry, you see Baldrick, you see some hand traps, you see terraforming. This could be Malice, Bestial, Fiendsmith for all you know, but nope. We'll see exactly what this man is playing here in a bit, and we're just gonna let this combo go through. I mean, there's nothing special going on. It's just basic Fiendsmith combo. He keeps asking me if things are good, which I respect it. He at least is asking me, but of course I have no hand traps. This deck that I'm playing doesn't play them. So if you're wondering why, it's just a lot of engine, and I like the engines a lot. I think they can play through a good amount of stuff, and unlike the Ryzeal deck, the Voiceless deck doesn't lock you into a specific extra deck type, so why not? Now, he goes for the whole Fiendsmith line with Desiree, a Gumday, and then Sequence Equip. Not afraid of Nibiru here, because if I did have it, I would do it here so that he doesn't have anything, and then he can remove my Nibiru monster, but at that point, he's done his job, right? So, from here, he's going to Terraforming, and he's going to search for Sang and Summoning, and that's when I was like, oh, this is the deck, right? The Fiendsmith Tenpai Bestial. So this is the first time I'm actually playing against it. I know that it's a really good deck, and I should be scared of it. So we're going to see exactly the mistakes that I have made here and what I could have done better to not lose in this situation. Okay, so my hand is full of engine, like legitimately. It's something that I know can break through this board and potentially prevent them from having proper follow-up. Here's the thing though, because my sequencing was wrong, you're going to know that I didn't do as good of a job as I should have. Can't really see my extra deck. I'll showcase the deck, I guess, but actually something that I could do that I should is actually look through my deck list here, just so that I can reference it. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll probably edit this out. Okay, so I played the standard stuff in the extra deck. One thing that I would play is the new Link 4 Light Fiend that's coming out in SUDA, but this is ranked, so we don't have that yet. So I have all the standard stuff: Little Knight, Dynamondo, the Fiendsmith package, Chaos Angel, stuff like that, right? And of course, unlike other decks, I also have Herald and Elder, right? So yeah. My first line of play is, I want to go through the Fiendsmith stuff. I want to be able to do as much damage as I can with Engraver and whatnot as possible. So here I go, engraver, search track, search Lurry special summon itself. He's thinking for a bit, debating on whether or not he's going to bounce it, but he does not. Then he goes Lacrima, because I already have engraver engrave, I just go for the Fiendsmith in Paradise, and then engraver ends up being summoned here. Now here he goes Baldrake, and I don't have a response for that, so I don't get my engraver summon, and then I go Fiendsmith in Paradise to dump the Desiree so that I can go ahead and remove the Baldrake. Now, was that the correct line of play? Well, let's think about it. If he keeps the Baldrake, you know, he ends up being able to tribute Desiree later, in order to banish a special summon monster if he doesn't, you know, want to negate anything with it. Additionally, right, he can also potentially use seals on something and then have a extra dark, something like a Magnamut, in order to remove a body. So I'm thinking that this was fine on my end, but let me know if you guys would have waited on that or not. So from here, I start using the Bestial Lobelion, you know, I go ahead and special summon the Magnamut by banishing its Baldrake, and then I go Magnamut effect to search in the end phase. Then he goes Seals to, you know, bounce back, and then Seals to special summon Magnamut, and of course uses effect to search in the end phase. Now, here is where I messed up. I activate Barrier of the Voiceless voice, right? And as you can see, I have two Diviners. Hell, I have a Low in hand, right? Those are two cards that I could have summoned to potentially hit Desiree, right? Also, you know, if he lets the Diviner resolve, I can go into something like send the Trias special effect of the Diviner, summon the low place Barrier. So I think had I started with Diviner, I would have been able to push through, and I'll go through that sequence here in a bit. Instead, I activate Barrier and he negates it with the Desiree. The main reason why I also activated this here is wholeheartedly, I completely forgot. This was something that was not in my radar or face of things that could be negated to prevent me to play, and now it kind of just threw the match away, right? So I go for like the Diviner sends the Trias tributes to special summon, and then I summon low places the trap. Although I guess Radiance could have been fine too, but I mean, let's be real, it was not in my favor after I messed up here. So here I go for an attack, and he goes Nib. Probably one thing that I should have done instead is synchro these off for a Chaos Angel, right? But then he still gets to attack over with the Desiree. So I was planning to just remove bodies from the board so that I could do that more efficiently without tripping. I don't know. I got a little too into my head. Because I could have gone Chaos Angel, banished the Sengen Summoning, then I could have gone Typhon and bounced the Desiree, and then he would have probably won anyways because he gets a Search the Dragon at the end phase, right? So what more can I do, really, right? I don't play Baldrake on here, so I can't banish the monster that they special summon, and even if I do, it's probably not in my favor because one quick play kind of just sealed the deal. So yeah, we live and we learn from our mistakes, right? So from here, he goes ahead, removes all my bodies and then Desiree removes my token. So what could I have done better? Well, I can't go back, but you know, we know we have Lacrimi here. We know we have Trias here. We know we have the Low here, but let's go back even before that, where I didn't have the Barrier activated. Although, you know what I could have done? Hold on. Oh, I misplayed twice. I just noticed. I went Barrier, and he negated it immediately, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Maybe not. Actually, nah. Yeah, I just declared. So, never mind. Okay, well, anyways. One thing that I should have done instead is gone Diviner, Summon, attempt to use the effect. I'm pretty sure at that point in time you'd negate it. I would negate it, because you don't want them to get access to low. At that point, my Lacrimi and my Diviner is on the field, and then I could have hard activated Barrier effect, search for Saphira, and then Saphira, pitch, search the search the Skull Guardian and dump the Prayer, and then I could have banished her, tribute the low from my hand to ritual summon the Skull Guardian, and then Skull Guardian 1 to search for a Voiceless monster. Chainlink 2 stuff. The low would have been able to special summon back. If he decides to Nibiru there, that is fine, because at the end, Diviner, Lacrimi, his monsters, and my Skull Guardian all get tributed, meaning that I get a card from Diviner, and I still get a token, a really big token, and the low summon. On resolution, low can go ahead and summon the voice, or activate the radiance from the deck, as well as Prayer being able to banish itself in order to resummon the Skull Guardian. And then I still have my battle phase. I get to attack over the Nib. I get to negate the the level 3 that he ends up adding in the end phase, and we'll just go ahead and play it for everyone to see. Shout out to Cam, he saw me actually do all of this horribly, so shout out to the boy. That was a bit more added pressure. So yeah, he added the Genroku, right, to get to this state. I could have negated the Genroku effect to summon, or the effect to tribute and special. I mean, dude, there was a lot that it could have done, right? And I decided not to take advantage of that. Instead, because of my sequencing, I ended up putting myself in this position where these Bestials are not going to be enough. They're not going to help me in any way, form, or fashion, right? So, a couple of those are things to take note. The way that you play your hand and the way that you go through your turn is going to affect your opponent's ability to either win or lose, right? And then we're just gonna fast forward. I was already feeling down at this point because I know I'm gonna lose, but we are just gonna go next game because it really wasn't looking good. Now, my hand. As you can see, I only have Fiendsmith combo. Not only that, but the Fiendsmith in Paradise is in my hand, and I already knew that I was going to lose. So I mean, I did what I could. I went through the Fiendsmith line. Special summon the Desert Engraver, summon Lacrimi equips, go for that, and then I opened Magnemite. That's like a consistency card, right? Now, you might be asking, why didn't I set the Fiendsmith in Paradise? And that's a very good question, because it could have potentially baited out a Lightning Storm, so I think I should have set it. Even then, you don't want it in hand, right? So might as well. But yeah, here comes Lacrimi dump Engraver, and then from here, Engraver is Chainlink 1. I'm thinking, this is fine. I don't want to play into the talents immediately. And then he goes Requiem. I should have used the DDD here. I say it's okay. I wasn't thinking that this deck also plays Chaos Angel. So, unironically, that lost me the game too, right? So I go Bestial Magnemite, banish it, because I don't want him to equip. And then I realize, he gets to summon the Chaos Angel, right? There's a reason I'm low rated, of course. So what would have happened instead, and again, this is all sequencing, this is all depending on how you actually play with the tools that you had, because I wouldn't have lost if I actually just chained the Caesar on the Requiem, because all he would have had is the Engraver's summon. Then he would have tried the Requiem, I would have banished it, and then I would have gotten a Search in the end phase, which would have been Lubellion. And then I would have stopped getting Roku, most importantly, right? He has a second summoning, he can normal summon the, Pydra, right? Or, if he decides to be greedy, he can go Chandra, and because Wave Hiking Caesar negates activations, I would have been able to negate both of those effects, right? 2 Veilers, I mean, come on, he's not doing anything. So instead, I just, you know, scoop it up from here, because the Saying is Summoning and again Roku alone is gonna just win him the game. So yeah, I decided to start this with a loss instead of a dub, because, you know, I need to embrace the flaws that I had in this game so that I could, you know, move forward and actually do well in the others. Now, luckily, I have another video that I'm gonna record here with some dubs, because I decided, you know what, maybe I'm just not skillful enough to play this deck, or just in general, so I should, you know, play something a little bit more my speed, you know, something that will help me out. And so I went straight to the Fiendsmith. You know, I wanted to feel good for myself, the Yall Fiendsmith. So I'm gonna upload those duels soon. They're going to be full games because they were pretty short, wholeheartedly. So I'm gonna upload all of those at once. Thank you for watching, of course. Hopefully you got some insight over how you should be playing these matches. And then, yeah, have a great day, guys. Peace.